Welcome, what is up? Thank you for tuning back into the Chaos Lair. Of course, I'm Chris Chaos here with the 411 for SmackDown Live, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Just a heads up, if you care, 205 Live, I just finished watching it. Very good this week. Cruiserweight title match ended about like I figured it would. I don't want to spoil it for anybody that actually wants to go watch it, but then again, I don't feel like anybody wants to watch it, and nobody hardly ever watches it. Nobody really ever talks about it, but I'm still not going to spoil it. It's good. Let's just leave it at that. SmackDown tonight, I mean, what a show. It was a lot of good actual in-ring action, which, again, for SmackDown, that's not exactly, hard to believe. I mean, SmackDown has probably not all of, but most of the best actual in-ring workers. So there you go. Shane starts off the show. He's responding from his actions last night when he put Monday Night Raw # under siege. I had to. Sami Zayn comes out. He's dancing. He's everything. He says, I talked to my best friend, Kevin Owens, and we would like to offer our services for the team for SmackDown Live going into Survivor Series. Shane doesn't want it. Shane doesn't need it. Shane, at this point, has his idea of what's going on. He says, you know what, fine. I'll give you an opportunity. If you want it, just beat Randy Orton, and you're in. Sounds good, right? We find out later in the night that Kevin Owens gets the same opportunity next week against Shinsuke Nakamura, which should be a pretty good match. The Orton-Zayn match, I'll get to that later. The New Day versus Gable and Benjamin. Gable and Benjamin win. Usos on commentary. The funniest thing about this, and I love the Usos on commentary. I think it's money. Not like the Miz on commentary, but still pretty good. They add a different kind of dynamic that I really enjoy, and yes, I am entertained. Which is the whole purpose of this. Cole was doing a read for Jolly Ranchers, which apparently has become a new sponsor for the WWE, and I throw no flags on that. And their motto, or their new slogan, catchphrase, whatever, I guess ad slogan, is keep on sucking. Anybody that's ever had Jolly Ranchers knows to get the flavor, that's what you do. But Cole reads the thing and says, keep on sucking. And one of the Usos, I think it was Jimmy, but it could have been Jay, I don't know, goes, what? On commentary, on live mic, it was just hilarious. So, keep on sucking. What? To me, I mean, I gotta put that over. That was just great. The Fashion Dog segment, it was not even close to what they normally do. So, epic fail on that to me. Sin Cara and Baron Corbin was a good match, and they set it up with the action to look like it's going to end up being the kind of, this is what happened last week as well. Like, Sin Cara is just too much for Corbin to kind of get his hands on. And then Corbin gets back in the ring and just starts beating the piss out of him. And all of a sudden, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ring the bell. It's a good finish because, and I feel like I have to explain this. Most people probably get this. That, the referee's count should mean something. You see it all the time. The referee's counting a minute. He's in the submission hold, but the guy's got the rope and he's not letting go, and the ref's counting. And so this just reminds people that if the ref gets to 5, he gets disqualified. I think it's something that is, I mean, it probably only happens maybe 3 times a year. I like it. I would actually prefer it to happen a couple of times more a year, just to throw kind of equality around of different finishes. But I like it being, you know, I wouldn't do it more than probably 10 times on TV. You know, house shows, that's different. But on TV, I would do it maybe about 10 times, 8 to 10 times a year. I feel like it only gets about 3, though, so that's why I said that. The count has to mean something. And so, just FYI, behind the curtain, or inside the ropes, if you will, my favorite, or one of my favorite things to do when I wrestled, and a lot of people do this, you've seen it on TV several times, the referee starts counting, you know, he's choking somebody or whatever, the referee counts, and then the guy starts counting with him at 3, 4, lets up, he goes, I have till 5. I always loved doing it. I did it in just about every match because it was just so, it was so funny to me. So that's why I did it. You don't see it a lot on TV anymore, which is kind of bogus. But anyway, the gender promo, I like the gender promo. The one thing that I wish going forward in this storyline against Brock Lesnar, I want Jinder to really put over the WWE title. And they did it a little bit when Sunil and Samir was introing him, the undisputed WWE champion. The WWE title has such a lineage, and Jinder Mahal is the 50th different WWE, well, the 50th WWE champion. I want them to really drive home, you know, the Universal title, which I hate even saying, the big red belt, only has a lineage of, you know, a year and a couple of months, and there's only been 3 or 4 champions. You almost can't count Finn, but you kind of have to. So the lineage is just so massive of the WWE title. You really got to put that over and saying, you know, yes, you were the WWE champion, but now you can't cut the mustard. You have to get on my level because I'm the WWE champion and you have a replica of the title that is mine, that I have made. Really put emphasis on the title. Sunil taps quickly to AJ. I mean, Samir gets a shot next week against AJ. The 5-way, I hated it being a 5-way, but I liked it in the sense of let them determine who the team captain is, and of course, Becky Lynch, too sweet. I love it. I love it. Mark out, yes, okay, whatever. Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode's going to have a 2 out of 3 falls next week, and Sami Zayn and Randy Orton just had a phenomenal match. There's little tendencies that Sami Zayn does that not to go inside the ropes too much. Inside the ropes. I need to think about that. Nobody steal that. That's my IP. I come up with that just right now. But he does so many little things that actual workers could watch, or former workers in my case, can watch and see and just be, you know, not blown away, not amazed, but be proud as either a current or former worker inside a wrestling ring that you see these little things that he does. And Randy does it too. There's just a couple of little things. Everybody does it. But I started noticing it recently with Sami. Like, I really started paying attention at just different little things he does. And I don't want to go too deep inside the ring, but that's just from my perspective. I really expected Raw to come in tonight. Cole kept on and kept on and kept on bringing it up. I thought that they were just basically saying it was going to happen, and it didn't. So I'm bummed out about that. But anyway, on to Raw next week. I can't wait to see what happens. So until then, deuces. as always, in chaos.